Hello and welcome. This is Lisa Marie Graves, host of the Men's Legacy Conference. Thank you for watching as we discuss leaders prepared for change. Today I have with me special guest Paul Hutton with Hutton Financial Advisors, making sure I get that correct. Paul has been a partner with us for 2 years, and that's only because he didn't know about it the first year. Or you had just moved here, I think, the first year.
I just moved here.
Yes. So Paul, tell them more about you and what you do here at Hutton Financial Advisors.
Okay. Well, my company, Hutton Financial Advisors, has been around for 29 years, getting ready to celebrate our 30th year next year.
Congratulations.
And my father started the company back in 1990 with his partner, and it's a financial advisor. It's a wealth management and financial planning firm.
Okay.
And just recently moved here to Weatherford back in 2000 and this is 19, so 2017. So yeah, just trying to think how the years just kind of click by. Spent 18 years in the Fort Worth area, and due to some changes that took place in my personal life, decided that Weatherford, which I have family here, decided was a good place to be and put down some roots long term, and just really love the people here. I have a lot of friends and relatives here in Weatherford, so this is how I showed up here. But
well, you know, and actually the way that Paul and I had met was through a gentleman that spoke at the first men's conference, Jim Gardner.
Yeah,
he had said, hey, make sure you get to know Paul Hutton, great guy. You're a great guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you mentioned change and that you've gone through a lot of change, and that's what the conference is all about, is leaders prepared for change. Now, the change that you wanted to share with us was not primarily focused on business, but first personal, and then how that had an impact on you professionally. So why don't you share with us about all the changes that you've gone through and what kind of impact that's had for personal and professional life?
Yeah, well, I've come to the conclusion that change is, you hear it said all the time that change is inevitable.
Right.
The only thing consistent is change. So enjoy it, but
embrace it.
To embrace it, to really, really, truly embrace it, you have to have a lot of it. Not just a little bit. It's like working out or anything else. For success to come, there's got to, in some cases, there has to be pain. So 2013, my dad passed away, and I had an opportunity to work with him for 16 years.
Wow.
And that was a huge change. Trying to get the company handled and under I guess you could say, care of just trying to make sure that all the clients were taken care of. I've got 2 offices. I have one in Borger. A lot of people say Border. It's Borger, B-O-R-G-E-R. It's like burger, but with an O.
Okay.
That's my Texas slang. It's Borger, Texas, which is out near Amarillo. And so I've got an office out there. I have about 250 clients out there.
Wow.
And then, of course, I have my office here in Weatherford, which we have probably about 150 here. So I actually have a larger client base out in the Panhandle than I do here in Weatherford. But wonderful people. That was predominantly where he worked, was out in that area. So I worked in the Fort Worth area. He worked out in the Borger area. And then, of course, he passed away. So had to take care of those clients. Love those people, just precious people.
Was it unexpected?
Very unexpected. Had about a month to prepare.
Wow.
So massive change. So spent about a year getting the company handled and making sure the clients were taken care of and portfolios were managed and things like that. Relationships were maintained. And with about a year, and then I went through a divorce. A lot of stress that comes about through deaths and families and things like that. And of course, then I had the death of my marriage, which was 17 years.
Wow.
And that was pretty significant. While all this was going on, I had an office move in Borger, where just a lot of change. Again, a lot of this stuff it can overwhelm you.
Yes.
But as I took one hit, and then took another hit, and then took another hit, it just seemed like it just never was going to stop. But you get up, you dust yourself off, and you keep moving forward.
Yes.
And so that's what I learned to do. So in 2017, I knew that a part of my life was ending as far as being in the Fort Worth area. I knew that there was change, and needed to get that, embrace it for what it is. And so began looking and searching and praying about what needed to be done in the business and some things like that, and felt a pulling toward Weatherford. I met my fiance here in Weatherford.
After you had moved, or prior to moving?
Prior to moving. So there were some other things that pulled me here to Weatherford, but have been engaged for about a year and a half, and dating her for about 3.5 years now.
Wow.
So before I had moved, we had dated, and I was looking I just knew that there was change taking place. And so in looking around, looking to try to find a new location for our Fort Worth home, I looked at Weatherford, and the Lord blessed us where we're at right now, which is right on Main Street, 208 North Main, which is about a block away from the courthouse. We wound up buying a portion of the building, so we own the building here. So we are permanent residents in Weatherford. Love the community. It's home to me. It feels good. I went to college here at Weatherford. All of these changes, it's just one change after another, after another, after another. So I have come to the conclusion that we not only need to embrace it, we need to expect it. And as I think the Apostle Paul says, is that you need to embrace those things, because they're going to happen. So
embrace them. Might be a little challenging to embrace them as you're going through them.
It is.
With the passing of your father, was there a plan in place, a succession plan?
There was.
Oh, good. Yeah. So, I mean, that is definitely something that is important as for change that you know will happen, is planning for it, and not that you ever want to plan for that type of or have that type of impact in your business, but it is good to be prepared.
Very much so. Yeah.
And I'm sure that helped.
It did.
In some of that transition and maintaining the relationships, allowing you to maintain some of those, your focus on your clients and transitioning them, because it was a loss for them. Too.
It was, yeah. There was a personal friend.
Yes.
Their financial advisor that they had known for decades. And it was a shock to everyone. We had put the contingency, what do I call a contingency plan in place, probably about 10 years prior to that. It was something that it's like buying life insurance or putting together a will. You get it so that you never have to use it. But there are those rare cases that you do. And because we had it in place, things went very smoothly.
Yes.
I'm able to take care of my mother, those types of things, take care of the business, and just do business as if, unfortunately, my dad's not here. And that was the whole intent. So I had to put a contingency plan in place after he was gone for myself. So I have. And
that's what you do, and you help others, is creating the plan for the unknown and the unplanned and the planned circumstances.
Yeah. So do that. That's part of the financial planning.
Yes.
What happens if the roof caves in, and what are you going to do?
The what if game. And that's important to have those identified.
Yeah.
That's what we do in the military.
You have to have those plans. It's not if it rains, it's when it rains.
Right.
And it's going to rain. Sometimes it rains a lot harder than you thought it was going to rain. Gives me a lot of perspective when I'm dealing with people and we're doing estate planning for our clients and things like that, that I can speak from experience.
Unfortunately,
here's what, but it gives you a level of depth that you would not have otherwise. And it has allowed me to be a better service to my clients, not speaking from book knowledge, but actually speaking from experience. Here are some things that my widow clients and widower clients need to deal with. And it gives me a lot more empathy, personal experience in dealing with my mother and dealing with other family members that have lost husbands and things like that I would not have otherwise. It was a bad situation, but the Lord was able to turn it into a blessing.
Nice.
That's powerful.
It is.
It really is.
It is. So embracing change, using what you've gone through to help others, creating a plan for those unexpected what ifs. And anything else that you might share about how change has impacted you and allowing businesses and advice to businesses and preparing for that change?
You just start with the basics. Get together with somebody that can help you, somebody that's a fiduciary, not somebody that's trying to that has to make a profit off of doing business.
Third party.
A third party. You want to deal with somebody that's going to have your best interest in mind. So when I'm sitting down with my clients or potential clients and things like that, is that we take a look at an overall view, a 5,000 view of where you're at and what do you need to do, whether it's in business or your personal life. So whether it's coaching, which is what you specialize in doing, and I have a coach, and I don't know what I would do without my coach. They give you perspective, and they see things that you don't see, and they allow you to be able to have some depth and be able to help you work through some situations. Here's some things that you need to be aware of. So as a financial planner and a wealth manager, I also am able to provide that to clients and give them depth and experience in financial planning. When we're dealing with risk, we're dealing with protection, dealing with retirements, we're dealing with anything that can come. And it allows me to be able to partner with people like yourself and other people that I have a lot of depth when it comes to my resources in helping people, whether it's attorneys, CPAs, coaches, insurance, whatever the need is. I probably know somebody that can probably help you in the particular area. So planning is vital. I start out, as a matter of fact, starting out today, working with my staff. Here we are at the end of September, and we're starting planning for 2020.
Yes.
And you spend all year thinking about it, but when you really start putting down a pen and say, what are our goals? What do we expect to accomplish? What are some things that we didn't like that we did this year? What are we going to do to improve those things for next year?
Absolutely.
It's planning. A lot of people just want success, but they don't want to put the time into it. They want to have an amazing body, but they don't want to go to the gym and put the time in that's needed to maintain or improve what they're doing. So pain, it comes with it. With everything.
Yes.
We've got to plan, we've got to put in the time and do well.
Well, one thing that won't create pain is coming to the men's conference and learning about change and how you can be better prepared for it with our amazing speakers. How can people find out more about you and Hutton Financial Advisors? Well,
my office is here in Weatherford. I've got two offices, one here in Weatherford, and the Weatherford address is 208 North Main Street. We're Suite 200, and we're in the old Malone building. And my website address is www.huttonfinancial.com. My toll-free number is 888-340-8200. And then, of course, I've got a Borger office, BORGER, and we've got a new location coming up here soon, the 1st of October. We're going to be moving our offices there. So the address is still kind of pending until we get all of the formalities, but we have a small office there, and so we're in 2 locations. I have clients in 15 different states, but the easiest way to get hold of us is either through the website. My personal email address is Paul, Paul, at Hutton, Hutton, financial, all one word, .com. And that's a great way to get in touch with us. We'd love to visit with anybody if they have some questions or need help in the area of wealth management, financial planning, risk management, protection, retirement plannings, 401ks, insurance, any of those types of things. If you just have a general question about something, give me a call. I'll be happy to visit with you.
Absolutely. And another great way to find Paul is from our Men's Legacy Conference partner page. He is in the middle of the page as an exemplary partner. You can click on his logo and it will go straight to his website. So that's a real quick, easy way to find him as well. Anything that you'd like to add before we invite them to the conference?
No, I just would look forward to seeing everybody there. Would encourage you to be involved. It's a great networking opportunity.
Yes.
Met a lot of wonderful people last year. Look forward to seeing them again this year, and love to meet and meet everybody there that's coming this year as well, and add some more partners to and friends to what we're doing here.
Nice.
So,
Okay, well, here's our invitation for you to join us at the Men's Legacy Conference. It is Friday, October 18th, half-day event. You can find out about the amazing speakers and all of the topics that we're going to be discussing at the conference at menslegacyconference.com. Make sure to register. We are less than 30 days away. Everything that you need to know is right there on the website. So
awesome.
Thank you, Paul, so much for agreeing to be a partner.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at the Men's Conference. Take care.
Bye-bye.